Don't you feel like being surrounded with people is just overwhelming? We need moments of peace and calmness and decompression. Or, I don't know, maybe I'm just an introverted. Hi, I'm Paula, the girl that sits here every Tuesday to just talk about stuff that happened to all of us but that we don't talk about enough. I was going to sit here and tell you all like the best advice I could give you, blah blah blah. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm just 20. I feel like there are very few genuine advices I could actually give. But I'm gonna have the audacity and say that if there is one thing I have learned is how important it is to be okay with being by yourself. And as a professional introverted, I think I really have what it takes to talk about this. But let me start with saying that being alone and being lonely, it's different. And I think the main difference is that being alone is a choice, while being lonely, it's a feeling that just drowns you. So if you're here because you are feeling lonely, let me tell you that it's super valid to feel that way. It's not your fault. And I'm really sorry that you've had to go through moments and people in your life that had put you in this moment and in this feeling. So please try to not feel guilty for feeling lonely instead of enjoying these moments of solitude. I know it can be very overwhelming to being constantly exposed to people saying that you should see the positive side of things and you shouldn't feel bad and stuff like that. And I just want to say that this video, it's not meant to make you feel like that. I really don't intend to say that you should enjoy always being alone. No, I just want to talk about the advantages of enjoying your solitude, just in case it's something you are wanting to add into your life. But it really is not your fault to feel lonely. So don't take these words I'm about to say like something you should be doing, but just something you could eventually try if you want to. But remember that life is not a race, it's a journey. So, yeah, if you're feeling lonely right now, take your time to feel those emotions and to heal and navigate through them. That's okay. You don't have to feel bad with yourself because you're not enjoying it. So, let's get into it. Enjoying being alone is a lesson I naturally learned because I'm more of a solo person, even though people were constantly telling me that I should go outside and that this is the time of my life in which I should be partying and hanging out with people and stuff like that. I always preferred my solitude and always felt comfortable in it. But I know that for so many people, it's really hard to be alone. But let me tell you that life has so much to offer when you don't wait for someone to experience it with. And it doesn't mean that you don't have to enjoy being with other people. Of course, hanging out with other people, it's amazing, it's fulfilling, and it's important, and it's great, but it's not the only way in which you can have fun and enjoy life. Take it from me, I'm the kind of person that I even go to concerts completely by myself because being alone, it's just so amazing. And to be honest, I think it's really important to learn to be okay with this, because the truth is that the only person that it's actually going to be with you always, it's yourself. It's beautiful to choose spending time with yourself because these are the most genuine moments you are going to experience in life. Like, these moments are so raw and intimate because they are only yours. You don't have to share them with anyone else. And I think that really is beautiful. And it's also so fun because you can do whatever the fuck you want without having to worry if these things are fun for other people as well. And that is very thrilling, but it's also so goddamn peaceful. I think people are one of the most unpredictable things we have to deal with, and just not having them around for a while, it's so refreshing. Like being able to just experience life however you want to, it's just amazing. Once you're okay with being by yourself, it becomes so addictive because you are just in your very own little cozy world and nobody is bothering you. And this doesn't mean that you're going to stop enjoying the company of others, of course not. It just means that your solitude is something you will always come back to whenever you are in need of peace and calmness and decompression. Your solitude becomes your safe space, and I think that's a beautiful gift you can give to yourself, to just be the person that gives you calmness when the world is chaotic. It's a really important lesson. Now you may be thinking, what if I hate myself? Babe, I'm sorry, but I really can't give you a magic trick to just suddenly stop hating yourself. But I can tell you this: nobody can start a journey at the end of it. It's a process, a very messy one, by the way, but life in general, it's quite messy. But it's a process. So if you really don't feel comfortable with being alone, you don't have to push yourself to try and all of a sudden be comfortable with it. No, you can just try and tolerate it. You don't even have to like yourself. You can just try and be neutral about you, and you can start building from there. I think one of the things that really helps when you want to be alone, but you just don't really feel comfortable being alone with yourself, is just don't judge you. Just try to sit there in your solitude. Don't like yourself, just don't judge you and see what you can build from there. If enjoying time with yourself it's something you're not naturally drawn to, or even something you completely avoid, yes, it's going to be hard at first. It's like being in a room with a complete stranger. It's really awkward at first, but as you get to know each other, it just gets more comfortable. Eventually, you might even become friends, and it's quite a similar journey, the one you have to experience when being alone by yourself. You just don't know you, and it's just a process of getting to know yourself. It will get better, trust me. You are a fun person to be around, and eventually you will feel comfortable with yourself. You will. So don't pressure yourself that much. Just try to spend time with you and get to know you. You're stuck with yourself forever. So I think it really is time to start making peace with yourself and try and build some sort of safe space within you. You deserve to be comfortable with yourself, even if you don't think so. And there is really not a magic formula or a checklist to start spending time with yourself and feeling comfortable with it. I would say that the best way to do it is just to try and take those moments in which you find yourself being alone and see if you enjoy them. Just really try and connect with yourself in these moments. It can be a very random moment, like you can literally just be in your bed eating a bag of chips and watching Netflix. You can just try and see how you really feel with being alone. And once you find some sort of comfort in those casual moments of solitude, you can start looking for them in things you enjoy. So for example, if you really like going to little coffee shops, or I don't know, eating cookies, or taking a walk, or maybe you would like to have a picnic, you can really try and choose these things you enjoy and go and do them by yourself. You don't have to wait for someone else to do them with. So don't be afraid to, it might sound weird, but don't be afraid to share the things and the moments you enjoy with yourself. After all, your life, it's for you to enjoy. And if you're still scared of exploring the world on your own, let me ask you this. Think about the people in your life. Are you with them out of love and joy, or are you with them out of loneliness? That's it for today. I send you a massive hug. Remember that you are not alone, and see you next week.